So, you have the new DLC bundle ready for me? Yes sir, I do. See, I was thinking we finally give fans what they want and just add Jade to the game. Ooh, giving it to fans is tight. It sure is, sir, and we've picked out a great new design for Jade too. Check it out. What am I looking at here? That's Jade in the new timeline. That's not Jade. Jade's a woman. Not in this new timeline, sir. New era, new me. So we thought we'd make some new changes. You know, like how Raiden's not a god anymore. Sure, but this feels like a bit too big of a change. You think players will like this? Why do you think our players have a problem with men? That's pretty rude of you, sir. No, there's nothing wrong with men. I'm just saying if you're trying to sell a Hummer to somebody, you probably shouldn't give them a Corvette. Not true, sir. Studies prove that players will buy pretty much anything as long as we sell it to them. Well, I sure hope that's true because we're really counting on this combat pack to sell and dig us out of that hole. So if you say players will like it, then I trust you. Glad to hear it, sir, because we're doing the same thing with Cassie Cage. You're doing what now? Mortal Kombat 1 didn't die, it was murdered, and these two characters killed it. Or rather, the decision to change them so drastically did. Noob Saibot tried his best to sell that DLC bundle, but he's just one man at the end of the day. Well, sometimes he's two, but you get my point. In today's video, I'll explain how changing two characters so drastically caused an entire fighting game to end. Here's the story of how Mortal Kombat 1 died. As you all know, YouTube is at war with Mortal Kombat lovers like myself. So when you buy GamerSupps using code Underdog, not only do you get 10% off, but it also helps me out a ton. And their Black Friday sale just started today, so go ahead and get yourself that new waifu cup right now because they do not last long at all. So make sure to snag that new cup while you can, along with their new merch, which is also dropping today as well. And get this, every tub purchase also gets you one of the newest waifu cups for free, which is an incredible deal, but makes sense, it's Black Friday. Which is honestly why there's never been a better time to buy GamerSupps. Just don't forget to use code Underdog to get 10% off and also support the channel. In other words, it's a flawless victory.
Flawless victory.
For anyone who's not aware, Mortal Kombat 1 has been cancelled. Yes, the DLC are still on their way, and it is possible for the game producers to change their mind, and maybe Mortal Kombat 1 will be saved. But when a verified insider who's almost never wrong tells you that a game is cancelled, yeah, it's most likely over for Mortal Kombat 1. And how did this happen? One major reason. The Chaos Reigns bundle sold poorly, and that's a direct quote too. These 6 characters, combined with a new story and a bunch of new costumes, simply was not appealing enough to fans. But let's get real for a second and be honest with what actually happened here. Tons of players were excited about the new story mode. A simple search on social media would tell you that much. Even though Mortal Kombat 1 did not have the greatest story, people were still excited to see where it went. So a story mode part 2 had a lot of people excited. And the guest characters were interesting enough as well. Definitely not fan favorite choices, but still interesting choices to be sure. And when it came to Noob Saibot, oh yeah, everybody was excited to play this guy. So when you look at all the reasons people would want to buy this bundle, you understand the real reason it didn't sell well is because of these two characters. And I'm gonna explain why in good detail. But was the bundle also too expensive? Yes, and that's a very fair point to bring up, but on that same note, are we really pretending that this would not have sold better? Of course it would have. We're lying to ourselves to pretend otherwise. And in fact, this would have sold much better too. We really don't need 3 guest characters. I'm not sure if NetherRealm or WB made that decision, but that's just too many non-Mortal Kombat characters. The game is called Mortal Kombat, so half the characters in a DLC bundle should probably not be guest characters. But okay, back on track. Let's focus on these 2 characters, because NetherRealm's decision to change them so drastically is what really upset the fans. Not only were Sector and Cyrax changed into women, but they were also dating other characters for some reason. And yeah, that's too drastic of a change. Imagine turning Jade into a man and then having him date Katana or something. Yeah, it's just strange and not appealing to existing Mortal Kombat fans, which are your main buyers at the end of the day. Which brings up the most important point. Fans did not ask for this. There's really no need to get political about this to explain the situation. If your goal is to sell something, then you make that product as enticing as possible to your buyers. So for example, if I'm an automobile designer and my job is to make the next Hummer, then I probably should not make it look like a Corvette. Not because there's anything wrong with Corvettes, but because that's not what Hummer lovers want to buy. Hummer lovers want a Hummer. Okay, that's what they want to buy. Sorry for cracking up. Saying Hummer lover out loud is just way too funny. The main point is Mortal Kombat fans know what Cyrax and Sector look like, so when you change their appearance so drastically and also mix up their personalities too much, they're gonna be way less likely to spend their money on the characters. When your main goal is to sell something, you can't change it too much. Another great example is Scorpion. NetherRealm changed him way too much, but we'll talk about that later on in the video. For now, let's talk about the woke rumors, because of course that did not help NetherRealm at all, and likely also did contribute to this pack not selling super well. The rumors about Sweet Baby Inc. working on Mortal Kombat 1 was not good at all. Now, anyone who did their research would notice that NetherRealm actually never did work with Sweet Baby Inc., but the rumors had already spread far and wide like wildfire. And as a result, when the gender-swapped cyborgs showed up, it made the developers look even more guilty, even though they never worked with Sweet Baby Inc. And as of right now, NetherRealm isn't even listed on DEI Detected, which means they never worked with any of these consulting firms, but good luck trying to convince people that. I've tried myself with no success, so good luck to you. Once again, the real issue was changing the characters too much, combined with an already bad perception of the game. Yes, Mortal Kombat 1 is all about the new timeline and some changes here and there, so if you want to alter characters a little bit, that can be a great way to spice things up. For example, Raiden is a human now, which is cool, and he still has his lightning powers too. So the character was made fresh, but not so different that fans could not recognize him. Another big change was making Kitana and Mileena into actual sisters now. I mean biological siblings, which was an interesting change. I have no clue how Liu Kang was responsible for that. How did he suddenly make them siblings? No clue, and honestly, I don't want to think about it too much. But regardless, it's a fun change. But what about changing Scorpion's identity? Yeah, not a good change, and fans are complaining about it to this very day. You simply can't change a character that much, and it's the same issue with Sector and Cyrax. Fans have wanted these characters to return for a long time, so the demand was definitely there, and I have no doubt that players would have bought them if not for the drastic changes. The reality is a ton of potential buyers simply did not want to purchase these characters after they noticed the changes. Now sure, the Chaos Reigns bundle was way too expensive, but honestly other game developers are guilty of overcharging their fans all the time, and guess what? It never got their games shut down or cancelled. So you can't convince me that players wouldn't have bought this bundle on screen right now. I'm 99% sure it would have sold like hotcakes, which means at the end of the day, these two characters killed Mortal Kombat 1. Not entirely by themselves, but they definitely put that final nail in the coffin. I'm actually going to go off script real quick and just complain about the designs. Why did these two characters look so similar? Their armor looks identical, which is unacceptable in a modern fighting game. Back in the day it made sense because so many Mortal Kombat characters were palette swaps. You already had Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile, and then Kitana and Jade and Mileena all looked very similar too. So of course the cyborgs are palette swaps too, everybody's okay with that, but Kitana and Mileena look different enough, so why can't Sector and Cyrax have different designs? Maybe it's just me, but I take a big issue with this. Having two separate characters look nearly identical with the exception of their color palette is simply not okay to me. I hate it. And in Mortal Kombat 11, nobody would have cared because every DLC character got 4 different outfits, and that's one thing Mortal Kombat 11 did really well. Having the character you just bought come with 4 different outfits was certainly a great idea, and they should have kept doing that for Mortal Kombat 1, absolutely. Because in that scenario, I wouldn't have cared if Cyrax and Sector looked identical by default with their armor because I could just pick their alternate outfit. But in Mortal Kombat 1, the game where every DLC character only gets 1 costume, it's definitely not okay for 2 characters to look identical. That was a bad sign for me personally. Outside of everything else the players hated about these characters, my biggest issue honestly was how similar they looked during gameplay. Anyway, thanks for watching everyone. I love making these videos interactive, so let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Did Cyrax and Sector kill Mortal Kombat 1? Were they a big reason why the Chaos Reigns bundle did not sell well? Let me know any and all of your thoughts in the comments down below, because like I say in all my videos, I truly do read each and every comment, so grab that keyboard and make your voices heard. And if you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like down below, it helps the channel out a ton, and then keep that combo going by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdog.
Bihan, I must speak with you about urgent ninja stuff. Ah yes, Sector, the ninja whose loyalty to me is absolute. And also Cyrax, who I just noticed is standing there. Yes, I am also here. We both must soon depart on a super secret mission. There's gonna be tons of explosions and blood and stuff. Oh, it's gonna be so epic. But in the meantime, Grandmaster, we leave you under the protection of our apprentices, Nexus and the Cortex.
Hi.
Hello.
They are trained in our ninja ways.
So their gameplay will be similar, but also original.
Yes, and in no way are they going to replace us in the series or anything dumb like that. That is an oddly specific description, but thank you for informing me. And perhaps players will grow to love them, like with Frost and Cassie. And also Terra, everyone's favorite trimmer apprentice.
Hi.
Mortal